and I'm going to be talking about Power Pages. So in Power Platform, we have the Power Apps, the Power Automate, the Power Pages, Copilot Studio, and Power BI. So Power Apps is for building your application. We have Power Automate for automation, cutting down repetitive tasks. Anything that you want to automate, you basically can, if possible, you can use Power Automate for it. Then we have Power BI for dashboards and reports. Then we have Copilot for building chatbots, which Microsoft has changed to agents. So you have the AI capabilities in using your chatbots. Then also we have Power Pages, which is used for building websites. Okay, so this is the particular page that we are in right now, and it's called make.powerpages.microsoft.com. Okay, so in case if you want to go there, it's make.powerpages.microsoft.com. And if for our Power Apps people, let me show you how to go there directly from Power Apps. So you just have to come, when you are in Power Apps, you just have to click on Power Platform and then directly click on Power Platform, and then you will see Power Automate, Power BI, Power Pages, Copilot Studio, and Power Platform Admin Center. So what you need to click on is Power Pages. So in Power Pages, the way you have the interface for Power Apps and Power Automate, the way you have the interface that you can interact with Copilot in order to create maybe an app for you to create in this instance, you use it to create a website. So you can use your Copilot Studio to create a website. And if you can see the prompt here, what a prompt means is that a prompt is just you sending somebody on an errand, speaking English to them, to send them on an errand, to be like, hey, you do this for me. Can you do this for me? This is how I want you to do this for me. Okay, so that is your prompt. So you can see examples of prompts we have here. We have prompts of create a site to manage project proposals, and we have design a website for community engagement initiatives. Okay, so but we are not going to be using Copilot in this class. You can try it out when you have the time, but I just want to walk you through it. So in Power Pages, we have templates. And in this your current project that you are going to be working on, I will advise you to use templates because it's faster. Okay, but if you are working on a real project, like you are working on a real project, a client asks you to build a solution for them, it's much better to work from a blank page. But since you are building on your fitness tracker, for your fitness tracker solution, if you start from a template, it's going to work. To be faster, you just have to make a few changes in it. Okay, but okay, for the templates, when you're working with templates, so each template, it has a description of what the template is. Like for instance, now we have this template, it's for program registration. You have enable students to browse after school activities, visualize available sessions, see the program capacity, and register online. We have this one, the category is government, where you have enables online submission of permits and the ability to track the approval status. So there are different templates right here. And if we check these templates, if for instance, let's say for instance, I want to choose this template, okay? So I just click on preview templates just to see it. And if you have any questions, ask me on the chat. And are we all familiar with modern driven app? Okay, so I should zoom in, sorry. Are we all familiar with modern driven apps? If yes, please just drop it on the comment section. Are we all familiar with modern driven apps? Okay, that's fine, don't worry. Okay, so I just want to give a reference to modern driven app, but since you're not familiar, that's fine. Okay, so for instance, now I want to use one of these templates. Okay, let's say I want to use one of these templates. I'm going to use this one, this data layouts one. If I preview the template, I just want to show you how the template works. So this particular template, this is how it looks like. And the template this template includes a home page screen. It has a sub page. It has a contact us, and it has a search results. you can see, I can see what is inside of this page. And one great thing is that Power Pages is responsive. Okay, so in a desktop layout, this is how the Power Pages is going to look like. Then in a mobile layout, this is how the Power Pages is going to look like. Okay, so it is responsive no matter the device you are using. Okay, so for the status layout, this is what it includes. Then if I say I want to check another layout too, if we check preview of this layout, you can see it contains the same thing. And yours might be different if you have, like, the templates you see might be different from mine, in the sense that if you have, it depends on the license you have in your environment. So when I say license, is the license of, like, when I say license, like when you have Office 365, like Excel, when you have access to Office 365, that is a license. It's like you having a payment that you want to use this service. Okay, that you want to use this service, you having a payment. So for me, if I want to check my license, I just came to Power Apps, and then I'm going to click on, okay, let's see. So I'm going to click on my name. Okay, I'm going to click on settings icons, then click on plans. So this is the license I have. I have Power Apps for Dynamics 365 and Power Apps for Office 365. That are the license I have for Power Apps. But if we come back here, I just want to show you that the template that you're going to see here, it just depends on the license that you have access to. Like me, I'm using license for finance and operation right here. So most of the things I have might differ from the things you see in your environment, and that is fine. It's just the access to the license I have that's the template I'm seeing. Okay. So if you check the preview for this one too, this has a different preview. This includes a customizable sample data tables and form. It has a custom-built multi-document upload. It has a custom-built card view. It has a custom-built actions within list and forms, configurable themes and fonts to suit your branding. And it has a Power Automate supported email notification. So I'm just trying to walk you through this template so that when you are working with your team and you are thinking of what templates to use, you can check preview of different templates and choose which one you want to go for. Okay, now let's go directly to Power Apps. Let's go directly to the template. So I just selected choose templates. Then, okay, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I asked if you are all familiar with model-driven apps. But okay, so I'm going to give this site a name. So for me, I gave this site the name Textiles Demo. Then I'm going to create a web address. So right now, the default is site 2HJXH. So I'm going to change this to, okay. So this is going to run to check if that name is available or not. If it's not available, it will fail. I will need to try another name again right here. But since it's good, I can select my site language, and mine is fixed on United States. So now I'm going to click on done. So me clicking on done is going to set up the website, okay, the studio. So we are going to, after this is set up, we are going to go directly to the Power Pages Studio. If you have any questions at any point, feel free to just leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer your question. Okay. And there's one thing I want you to notice is that in Power Platform, everything is kind of interconnected. So like me creating this website now, apart from being able to make changes inside of apart from me being able to drag and drop, being able to add components, immediately a site is created, a model-driven app it's also created. It's called the portal. Like every site, every Power Pages website has their own modern-driven app. Okay, so and that's where you can make a lot of changes. So I'm going to just walk you through Power Pages, then I'm going to take you through that interface of things that you can do there. Okay, so while this is running, you should come directly to this place. So this is a website I used a blank template for. So let's delete this Power BI. So this is a Power Pages website I built from blank. Okay, so you have the company name, you have everything empty right here, and you're thinking that, okay, how can I make changes to it? So this is the Power Pages. This is the Power Pages Design Studio, and we have Copilot here. So you can either use Copilot to ask your questions. And as you remember, I said Copilot, a prompt is just you telling a person that this is what I want you to do, and this is how I want you to do it. Okay? But I don't want to use Copilot. So I want to be inside of the interface. So if I have this right now, this particular place we are seeing now, it's called a page. This is a page right now. Like if you're working with Power Apps, you have screens, okay? When you're working with Power Apps Canvas Studio, you have screens. But in Power Pages, you have pages. Like this particular place now, it's a page. So, and if I want to add another page, I just have to click on this plus page. I can either do it through the Power Pages Design Studio, or I can do it inside the modern-driven app that is created with it. So right now, if I click on add page, I just click on, I can describe what I want here with Copilot, but if I want to click on other pages, I have to give the page a name. So let's say about us page. Then I'm going to explain what this, when you say add page to main navigation. So add page to main navigation is just it showing at the top of the screen. It's showing at the top of the screen. Let me show you what I mean by that. So we have different options of pages we can choose. We have landing page, we have page, then we have a sub page. Okay, I don't want to use any of that. I want to use blank. I'm going to go back to the templates, but I just want to explain a few things. So this is a page. This is how you get a page. And if I want to preview, I want to see what is being built here. I just have to click on preview, then click on preview these sites at desktop. Okay, let me show you again. I just clicked on preview, then preview this site at desktop size. Okay, so it's going to load. Okay, so let me open another tab. So when it loads, it's going to ask me to sign in. It's going to ask me to sign in, but let's just wait for it to come up. Okay, so our templates. Okay, so the one we were creating before. So the one we're spinning before, the one we're creating before from the templates, this is it. But it's still working on that. It's not yet ready. So you can see getting your site ready, and now we have it ready. So this is the template, and let's see how the template looks like. It's going to be different from the one where we built from blank. Okay, so let's come to this place first. So this particular screen, when I was creating a page, I clicked on being able to creating a page, clicking on other ways to create a page. I have a place where I have add page to main navigation. So when you say main navigation, this is what the main navigation means. This home, about us, sign in, and this search bar, they are the main navigation. So if I don't want that to be in main navigation, I just have to click on the three dots, then click on move to other pages. So it's going to come down. Okay, and that is fine. Like I don't want it to be visible on the main page. Okay, so that is how you go about it. And I just, to save what I have done, I just have to click on psych. Okay, and it's going to psych my changes. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to refresh this. So it's going to load and show just home, search bar, and sign in. And there's one thing I want you to also notice is that do you see the web link here? We have the web link as sites-icjjm. So this is the blank one I was using. I did not give this a website name. So that is the reason why it is looking this way. So the one that I gave a site, like I gave a site name, we're going to see that it's going to look a lot different. So this is how it looks. You can see that about us is no longer showing here. Okay. Then for the one we're looking at, so you can see this is different. There's already a lot of things showing here. There's colors. Everything looks nice. Okay. So this is a template that I have selected. And this template has a home page. It has a page called a page. Okay. And it has a contact us page. So this contact us just has a form. This is just a form. I'm going to show you how, if there's enough time, I'm going to show you how to easily add a form. Okay, so inside of the pages, we have sub pages. And how that looks like is that I'm going to show you how that looks like, what that sub page is. That sub page is just a drop down. Like, let's preview this. A subpage is just that you click on a button in the main navigation, and when you click on it, so because I'm using this for the first time, it's going to ask me permission requested, so I'm going to accept. Okay, so if I click on one of the navigation for that page, it's going to show me a drop down where I can click on either of those links. Okay, so like now in this page that we have here, we have a subpage 1 and a subpage 2. Okay, so when this loads, like in this particular place, instead of it to show like this, it's going to show like an icon, a drop down icon that I can click on to get access to other pages. So that's what that subpage does. So if there's anything that you want to, like if you want to do that in your, like if you want to do that, so if you can see, this is what I mean. If I click on these pages now, you can see I have access to two other sub page, which is this and this. So this is what it just means. So if you want to, instead of making your navigations look like this, maybe you want to create a drop down for it, you can just do it this way. Okay, so that's what that means. Okay, so this is our template. We have pages, we have contact us, we have access denied page. We have access denied page, we have default offline page, and we have a page not found. Okay, so how all of this works is that there's one question that I was thinking that somebody would ask me: where is this sign in coming from? Like we are not seeing that page here. So if I come to this place and click on sign in, you see it will take me to a page. There's a page. If I also do the same thing here, if I click on sign in, it's going to take me to a page, a sign in page. But it's not showing here. Why? I'll show you why. So it's not showing in this main navigation. How can I see it? So this is the website we just created. And if I click on these three dots, there is a Power Pages management. For each Power Pages website you create, a modern-driven app is created with it. And it's called a Power Pages management. So I'm going to click on it. Even this has its own. If I click on these three dots, you can see it has its own Power Pages management. So I'm going to click on these three dots, then click on Power Pages management. So I'll wait for that to load. In Power Pages, you get styling. So you can change the colors you have here. You can come here and change the colors. You can change the fonts, okay? You can change the fonts. You can change the site navigation color. You can change the button color. So we have the primary button in yellow, which is this. We have the secondary button in this particular format, you get. So these are places that you can change the colors. Sorry. These are places that you can change the colors. We have link, okay? If you want to make any changes for the links, you can come here, make those changes. Even for the margin and spacing, you can come here and also make those changes. Okay, so you see anything I click on, you can see the different changes are happening. Like I'm using different themes. Like in Canvas app, you get in Canvas app, Power Apps Studio. Like if you click on that three dots and you go to themes, you have different options to click on. So it's kind of works like that, but a little bit different. So you see, I can click on the different options. So if you see, if we come back here, if we come back to our pages. Okay. So it is taking time, just wait. So if we come back to our pages, you're going to see the color has changed. Okay. So if I come back here to styling, and I'm like, okay, I don't like that color, I can go back for this one. Okay. So you can change the colors easily. And if you don't want to change it directly from the themes, you can change it from the color palette. Okay. You can see you can change it from the color palette. You can change the background color. You can make a lot of changes. So that is styling. So then the next one we have is data. So in Power Pages, we use data, and our data is from Microsoft Dataverse. So our data is from Microsoft Dataverse. So right now in this particular website, in this Power Pages website, we have a table connected to it. And so let me show you one thing first, quickly. So in this particular place, if I click on it, it's a form. In the contact us screen, it's a form. If I click on edit form, you can see it's a table. It's a table called feedback. Okay, this table is called feedback, and it's using a form. So in Microsoft Dataverse, when you create a table, you are able to create a form, you're able to create a view. And one thing to know about Power Pages is that business process flow does not work for Power Pages. So that's in case you have any scenario that you think of business process flow, does not work for Power Pages. Okay, so this is me using this particular screen is using a form, and that form is connected to a Dataverse table, and it's also connected to a form. After selecting the table, you get the opportunity to select which form you want to use. So right now it's using the form called Simple Contact Us form. Okay, so that is what it's using. And if we go to Dataverse to show you what table that is. So if we go to Dataverse and I go to all, I'm going to search for the table feedback. So this is the table it's using. Okay, so let's go back. We don't have much time. So if we come back to where we are in right now. So this is it, okay? So I was talking about the data. So the data part of it is that this is a table that is currently in the site. You can see the columns. You have the columns, ratings, comments, source, owner, status, reason, modified on, and everything else, okay? You can even add a column or add a row if you want to. Then the table, it's showing the view. So we can load the view. So there is no view currently in the site, but the table itself has views. So these are the views. Then we also have forms. The only active form we have in this Power Pages website is a simple contact us form. but the table itself also have other forms, okay? And there's one thing I can do here is that when it comes to data, there are some access level that you might want to give. So like, for instance, you don't want to have, you have this table, you don't want everybody to have access to it. So you can create permission levels for it, for that particular table. And so you can create permission access to that particular table. And how can I do that? I just have to go to security, okay? Then I have table permissions. So this is the particular table we have. So I can click on new permissions and then give the permission a name, select the table. We have different types of access level. So we have different types of access level, access type. We have the global access, we have the contact access, we have the account access, we have the self access, like the person that logged in is only their profile they'll be seeing. We have account access, we have contact access. So global access is that anybody can see it. You get? So these are the different accesses that we work with. You have the permission levels. Do you want to give them read access, update access, create access, delete access, append or append to? Then when it comes to security in Power Pages, we have web roles. We already have some pre-built web roles already. We have they're already created already. They are there. We have the administrators, we have the anonymous and the authenticated users, okay? And they have access level. You can see they have different access level. So if you want to create a new role, you have to add a new role and give it access, okay, and add people to that particular web role. We also have administrator. You can see those are different permission levels that you have in Power Pages. So let's not go into deep. Let me take you directly to the Power Pages portal, Power Pages management. So this is the modern driven app that was created with that website. Power Pages management, okay? So this is the modern driven app. Like I said, immediately you create a Power Pages website, you have your modern driven app. So, and you can see the table text stylers demo, you have the name, you have the domain, and you have this. And also, if you notice for this particular place now, you can see because I gave the website a name, it's different here where we have the textilers demo.powerappsportal.com. You can see this is different, okay? So just notice that. If you have any questions, please, I'm not seeing any questions. I'm expecting a lot of questions. Here, if you have questions, please ask me, okay? Ask me, please. So this is the Power Pages that we are seeing. And this is what we use for our Power Pages. And also one thing to notice is that in Power Pages, you can also work with Visual Studio Code. Like this is Visual Studio Code. I just have to go to home, click on Visual Studio Code quickly. It will take time to load. So let's just open Visual Studio Code. So it will open in Visual Studio Code web. Okay, I just want to point that out to you. And I'm going to show you how to use it. So allow, choose your signed in account. Okay, so I don't want to jump from place to place. We'll come back to this place. So let's come here. So in our pages, we had pages in Power Pages website. In the Power Pages website. And there's a page that we had there. And that page was called, so you can see this page website. We have access denied, we have full page, profile page, we have search page. Okay, and it's showing more than one. It's showing the pages, like you can see. One thing you have to also do is that when you are working with this, you have to be looking the website it's connected to. So this is connected to Textilers, this is connected to another website, this is connected to another website. So you have to take notice of that. Okay, then we have in Power Pages, we have our web pages. Okay, so we have our web pages. So our web pages at these things you have here, these are called And inside of Power Pages, I call it pages. But when you come directly to the main place, it's called a web page. That is what it's called. It's called a web page. And if we go to home for Textiler's demo, we're working on Textiler's demo. If we go to home for Textiler's demo, you can see the website. It's connected to, it's using a page template, and the page template is called a default studio template. So you can create your own. If you know how to code, you can create your own template if you want to. Okay, so give me a moment. Let's go back. So we have the Textiler's demo. So this is how it looks like. You can see the publishing state. It has published. You have this home. Okay, so you have everything here. So this is the page that we are using, and it's connected to a page template. And this page template, it's connected to a web template. And this web template, if we click on it, it's using a code. Okay, so if you are working with you in Power Platform, Power Pages takes you a little bit, like it takes you in the middle of coding, but for your own stage right now, you are going to just be doing your drag and drop and stuff like that, and that is fine, okay, for your project. But if I'm working with Power Pages, for instance, now, you can also do this with other websites you see. So I can just I can go to Inspect. You can use F12. I can go to Inspect just to understand what codes are running in this point. Maybe there's something I'm looking for and I'm not seeing it. I can just come here to use this place to find it. So this particular web template, which is Default Studio that the home web page is using, this is the main. We have the code. Okay, this is just more of HTML. Okay, don't be scared. This is HTML. So we have this particular page copy. There's a place called page copy that is picking everything. So that's not just, the code is a lot, and this is called liquid templates. Liquid. Power Pages makes use of liquid. So this is just referencing something else. Okay, it's referencing something else. Then we have in Power Pages, we have web pages, we have forms. So in forms, we have two types of forms. We have the basic form and we have the multi-step form. So like that form we saw now inside of the app, this particular form we just saw in this app, it's a basic form. Okay, this is just a basic form. So we have a basic form, and then we have now for this particular form, you just have to, okay, so let's go to the form. Let me show you. So contact us page. Okay, so in this form now, this is a basic form, okay? I just have to fill in my information and then I click submit. It's a basic form. But for a multi-step form, once I fill the form, the button that is going to show here is called next. Okay, I'll click on next to take me to another part of the form. Let's try and quickly create a multi-step form. So this is a form, a basic form, which we're looking at just now. So this is how the form looks like. This is the form option. This is the form option. We have on success settings, we have the additional settings. Okay, we have the additional settings. You can also add, you can either add a button, like that submit button you are seeing right now. We can add it directly inside, like this is the button. Okay, we can do that for view. Okay, don't worry. Let's go back. So for this particular place now we have here, you have your submit button. You can add it directly from this point. So you can see apart from that, we also have the mode. The mode of this form is an insert form. If you make it an edit form or a read-only form, the read-only form is that they can't add data to it. An edit form is that there's a data there that they can edit and add to it. But now it's an insert form. Then if we go to multi-step forms, like I said, we have two types of forms. if we go to multi-steps form, I just have to click on new, then give the multi-step form a name, select the site. I'm using textilers. So this is how it looks like. Then I'm going to go to form steps. I'm going to first of all save this. So in this particular place, we have authentication required. Do you want it that the person who is using the form is signed in? Yes, you can change the color to your taste. You can either change it directly from the interface or you can change it from Visual Studio Code. Anywhere you want to change it from. So you can change it, yes, you can change it to your taste. Like as I was showing before, I'm answering a question in the chat. So as I was showing before, you just go to styling and make the changes there. Okay, you go to styling and make the changes there. So for multi-step form, you have authentication required. You can say, do you want the person to be signed in to use it, or the person is not signed in? Then you have the step form. So these form steps, you have the form steps, you have the web pages. Okay, so is the, for instance, now we have the start step. I don't have another record created, but I just want to show you that this is how the interface looks like. You create your form steps. The steps are going to be showing here. You have your start step and you have the last step. Okay, then you connect it to the web pages that you are going to be using it for. Connect it to the web pages that you are going to be using it for. Then we have web templates. So we have web templates. Then there's one thing I said on we have the web templates. So this is the footer. When you say footer, footer is this place. No, it's not compulsory that you write code. For the solution that you guys are doing, you don't have to write code for it. Like the solution you guys have for your projects, you don't have to write code. Use a template and just make your changes there, and that's all. So this is the footer. And this is where the footer is coming from. This is the code that is working on that footer. Okay. So this is the code for the footer. And we can also see from the web templates. Okay, so I'm going to give resources for the multi-step. I'm just trying to rush the class, but I'm going to give it's like it's a navigation form. So I tried using a template with navigation. I couldn't understand how that worked. So is the multi-step different from navigation? Yes, it's different from navigation. So navigation is that I've seen a lot of people that prefer navigation than using a multi-step form, because a multi-step form is that it's one big form. It's different steps joined into one form. So if you feel this, it's like a Microsoft form, like a Microsoft form. I don't know if anybody has used Microsoft form. It's like a Microsoft form where after you filled one page, they'll tell you to go to the next page. Like you have your next page. You like some other data you need to complete in another page, you complete it, they'll tell you to go to another page to complete it before you will not be able to click on submit. So that's how your multi-step form looks like. But when you say your navigation is you after you have submit, like your navigation is instead of using a multi-step form, you just navigate to another form. You get it's just quite, it works differently. It works differently. Okay, so for your web templates, you also have your header. This is your header. So that's not the header we're using for that particular one. Let's look for it. So this is your header. And there's one thing I'll tell you, mistake that you should not make. Try not to delete things from this place if you are not using it. Just deactivate it. Okay, so this is the header that is in this page. So when you say header, this is the header. Okay, so this is our header. And in that header right now, we are saying it as company name. So if I want to change it, to not show like that anymore, I don't want it to be showing as company name, I can change that easily. I'll just click on edit site header. Okay, this is the name. I'm going to change it to textiles. Then close, then psych. Okay. So that's my network. Just wait. So I save by psyching it. Okay. So you can see that change has showed here. Instead of it showing as company name, now it's not showing as textilers. Okay, so you can change the name of your websites easily through that place. And if you don't want to change it from there, you can also change it from here. You have your web files. You have your web files. You also have, so your web files are just in your Power Pages now. There's this thing here is an icon. This small thing here is an icon, and it's a web file. Okay, so it's a web file. If I want to know what web file it is, I'm just going to go to F12. Sorry, I'm doing coding. So I'm going to go to F12, click on this. So it's a image. You can see it's an image, and the name is called company name logo. So if I come back to this web file, I scroll up. Okay, that's not the name. So I'm going, just give me a moment and show you something. So you can change it from Power Pages, or you can change it directly from, you can change it from Power. Can we use any size of icon? No, you cannot use any size of icon. There's a specific, most appropriately, maybe 32 by 32. Like this one is showing now. This is a 32 by 32. Okay, the 32 by 32. So the name of the logo is called Logo SM64. So on the web file, Logo XM64. So the site is Textiler. So this is it here. So if I want to change this logo, if I want to change the logo, I can come here to web file, go to this Logo SM64. It's the same thing for all websites. So I'll just delete it and add another file. Okay. Or if you want to do it directly inside of this place, if you want to do it directly inside of this place, I just have to go again and click on edit header. So I'll just come here, click on edit site header, click on, you can see the site logo. I'll now click on upload image. I can either upload the image from here or I'll upload it directly from my desktop. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, I think I've answered your question. So there's a specification for it. Most probably, maybe 32 by 32 will be much better because that's what this website is currently using. It's using a 32 by 32. So this is it. So you can see the width auto, the height is 32, the margin is 010 px. Okay, so this is a web file, and we have our table permissions, which I have showed inside of the app. So it's just the same thing. Table permission. So you get to select the access level, you get to select the privileges that they have. Okay, you get to select the privileges that they have. Then you have column permissions. So you get to select, you click on new, you get to select the table, then you select the column permission, you also select the website. Then we have invitations. So invitations is just if you click on new, so invitation is just the person you are sending it to. So you select the type, is it a single or a group? You select the inviter, you select the sender. So you are just sending the person to sign into their accounts, to sign in here. to finish their registration. We have publishing states, we have web browse, like I've said before, we have web browse where you can create a new web row. You can create a new web row, give the web row a name, click on the website, you can give a description, then you decide if you want it to be an authenticated user. Like, do you want it to be an authenticated user? Do you want people anonymous, like people who are not signed in, to be able to access the data vars table? Like for instance now, this website where we have contact us, this has access level of anonymous and authenticated. Like a person who did not sign in can access it. A person who has signed in can also access it. So this is a data vars table, can also access it. So that's what it just means. So you can see I can sign in. We have the sign in page. You can sign in through using Microsoft Entra ID. So it's going to take me to this point. So let's just try to load. Do we have any other questions while we are here together? There are a lot of things to do in Power Pages. Power Pages is fun. It's nice. So you can see I'm signed in now. It's showing my name, Rachel Irabor. I can still access that contact us page. Okay. And this write-up you have in your profile, if you want to change it, you can change it. Like if you don't like the write-up, you can make changes to it. Okay, it's everything. So for instance, now for the project that you are working on, just build from a template, okay? Build from a template, then you change the write-up. Like for instance, now we have this home web page as this. So instead of it showing like this is a template I'm using. If I want to make changes to it now, I can delete some parts. Like for instance, now I don't like this one. Okay, let's say for instance, I don't like this particular place of it. I'll just click on it, click on this three dot, then delete it. I don't like this place. I'll click on it. I'll delete it. Okay. I don't like this, all this stuff here, all these spaces here. I'll just delete them. Okay. So for instance, I don't like this. Click on it, delete it. Okay, so that's how it just works. So it's in this way, it's much easier for you to quickly make your changes to it. And you can also change, like this place now has an image. If you don't like the image, just click on it, go to images, click on upload image, upload it directly from your desktop. Okay. So yes, you can use Power Pages for like a school portal if you want to use, like for instance, now let me show you one thing. Power Platform community website uses Power Pages. Let me show you. Power Platform community. This is Power Pages. This website we are seeing is Power Pages. Let me show you. Made with love in Power Pages. This is a Power Pages website that everybody can access. So it's a Power Pages website. So you can use it for school portal. You can use it for anything you want to use it for that requires that you feel that Power Pages can be used for it. Like there's one thing I always think about and I advise people is that if you are working on a project, the first thing you need to understand is that you need to understand the project first. Understand what the project is looking for. What are you supposed to do in that project? Then the second thing, what data are you using? What data will you be using in that project? Then the third thing, what tool? Okay, like what tool would be best suitable to use for that project? So if for instance, a school portal is definitely a Power Pages. Okay, so yes, you can use it for school portal and any other thing that the requirement fits for a Power Pages website. So, and this is Visual Studio Code. So we don't have coding students here, but Just want to show you that you can also come directly to this place and make the changes. There is styling. You have your CSS. You can do your CSS styling here. So yeah, a lot of things you can do.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, right? For instance, let's assume that I'm currently working on a Power Page, right? If I want to come to VS Code from the Power Page, how do I do that?
Okay, so you can do that by in the Power Pages. In every page you go to in Power Page, there is always an edit code at the side
Okay.
of it. So you just have to, inside of the Power Pages Studio, you just have to click on Edit Code, then click on Open Visual Studio. So this will push you directly to Visual Studio Code Online.
Okay.
And it will open your workspace, the Power Pages workspace for that particular solution. Yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah. So in Power Pages, if you want to build a career on top of Power Pages, not now, Dosha, after your projects, if you want to build a career on top of Power Pages, you need to learn jQuery, you need to learn JavaScript, you need to learn CSS, you need to learn Liquid, you also need to learn HTML. Okay, I think there are other programming languages. Everybody has their own preferences, but for me, I like Bootstrap, I like HTML. Okay, Liquid it's a code focused, like, no, I don't think any other this thing uses it. Any other programming this thing uses it. It's just for Power Pages. So it's like it's for referencing a file. Like, let's go. So for instance, now I have this, let's go to a web template. Let's go to a web template. Let me show you how it looks like. Okay, so we have this header web template. So this is a web template. This is setting the language. You're using a web template to set the language here, which is English. Yes, defaulting it to English. You have a web template here. This particular one, it's calling another thing in your platform. Like, you can use it to call another, like if you have a file now, a web file, you can use a web template to call it. This particular place now, this one you are seeing, it's also a template, it's also liquid, but it's calling a web link. And that web link is called primary navigation web links. So instead of just writing the code out, you can just easily call it. And let's get that primary navigation. Let's go and look for, I've forgotten what they call it again. Yep, web link sets. So that, what it's calling just now, it's called primary navigation. That is what it's calling. And these are the links. The links are your home page, sub page. These are just the pages you are seeing on your website, which is this one. This pages here. This one. Instead of writing the code, it's calling a web link. So you use it to call, you can use it to reference things and sets. But it's only used, so far, it's only been used in Power Pages. It's just a open source language focused on Power Pages. So you can see there are a lot of resources that you can go on it. There's a documentation for it. It's called Shopify Liquid Power. Wait, let me take you to the documentation for it. So this is the documentation. Let me paste it here. So you can see the overview, what's the template language, variations of it, the tags, the basics. You can see everything that you can do with it. Yeah. It's not something that you need to know. No, you can also just research about it. But it's being used in Power Pages. So at last we shall all become programmers. Yeah, seems like it. Because even in modern driven apps, you also code. It depends on the area you are in right now, but you use your JavaScript. Yeah, so it's basically it. Do we have any other questions? So far that I've taught you, it's enough for you to build your project, like even in a day, for you to spin it up and make a few changes for your project. Okay, you just have to have an idea of how you want it to look like and what template you want to use. Okay, so that's it. So thank you so much. I think we don't have questions, and I think somebody asked me something. Let me see. You said a resource on multi-step. So let me get that for you. So yes, I've remembered now. Multi-step Power Pages. There's something I want to show you before we end the class. Power Pages. So since we're working on a project, and you will need to, based on application life cycle, you will need to add your site into your solution. So let's say, for instance, now I change my environment. Okay. So let's say, for instance, now I have my solution. I create my solution as textiles demo. Okay, wait, instead, let me use this instead. I think I could have, let's see, I'm not sure. Okay, let's say I create a solution and I already have a solution here and it's called demo. So in this solution, in this particular solution, I want to add the Power Pages website that I've created. I just have to go to add existing, then go to sites. If I go to sites, there's no Power Pages in this environment. That's why it's not showing. It will show here. I just have to click on it and add it to the environment and add it to the solution. So that's all. So if you can see here, I added my Copilot Studio here and stuff like that. So I just want to show you so that when you're building your solution, you remember to add your site inside of your solution. Yeah, so I think that is all from the class. I'm not seeing any question. I'm surprised I'm not seeing so many questions, but yeah, so that's all. And I can also share you resources on Power Pages, the workshop. Yeah.
So I wanted to just ask,
Okay.
everything that we have done today, right, would be able to, I'm asking as a student now, would we be able to use this to build a website for this current project that they are working on?
Yes, easily. So, like from the beginning of the class, that was why I was first of all focused on the templates. I tried to explain the different templates that in Power Pages we have templates, okay? And with you just starting, with all of us who are just starting out and we are trying to build a project, it will be more preferable to start with a template, okay? So when you come here, so when you log into Power Pages, which is make.powerpages.microsoft.com, or you can directly come to Power Apps, click on Power Platform, and then click on Power Pages. Okay. So you come to this place, you go to templates. So when you come to templates here, you get to see different templates that you can use. So you see, if you want to check if this template is what you want to use, just check on preview templates. In this preview template, this includes a customizable table, a list, a sample data. It has a date time picker. It has a cost filter. It has an automated email notification for confirmation, alerts, and more. It has a customizable theme and font to match your branding. So just check on the different templates to see which one matches closer to what you are doing so that the changes you would make would not be so much. Okay, that's a trick that you can use. How do you work on the same project? Okay, that's an interesting question. There's no version control, but for me, I work on projects. I work on Power Pages where I'm not the only one working in it at the same time. Okay, so you just have to, as far as you have login access, you just have to come to the Power Pages. As far as you have login access and also access to the Power Pages website, you just have to come to the Power Pages and make any changes that you are making and then cite it. Anything you do, make sure you just cite it. Your citing is the saving. For a fitness template app, what is needed, that's for you to discover what works. If you noticed in the template, there's no one for fitness. So it's for you to come to the templates here and try and think which one closes, like it's much closer to what you are doing. Like for instance, now the requirement for a fitness app is that an overview of the fitness app, a static blog style fitness nutrition content, and a simple contact form. So this particular template I use now will fit your fitness app. So for instance, now it has a contact us, which is your simple contact form. So this would fit it. Okay. And the only thing you just have to do here is that these pages, you don't need it, just delete it. Then this place, you have to change the logo, change the name, change the image here if you want to, change the write-up, change the interface of everything. So that's it. This template would fit it. There's also other templates like you already know that you need a simple contact form. Okay. So if I preview this one also has a contact us. Okay. This one you can also use this too if you want to. So this one also has the same thing. You have the contact us. So a lot of forms, a lot of templates matches what you guys want to do. So if I preview this template, this one does not have it. Okay, and this is connected. This is for Dynamics 365 field service. Okay, so I also have, so the templates I'm seeing, you might not see it. This is for Dynamics 365 CRM. So you might not see it, but for sure, all this one you are seeing at the top, you see it. It's right. This one, I used. I used Tata Layouts one. You see this one. You see this one too. Okay. So a lot of template fits your fitness app. So do we have any question? And one other thing too is that I've remembered that I did not show you guys. So we talked about forms, okay? So in components, we can add let's say for instance, I don't want this place. If I want to make changes here, I just have to click inside, then make the changes, right? Change the write-up, okay? I can also use Copilot to say, rewrite. Wait, let me see. Give me a moment. Okay, write an overview of a fitness app. Okay. So let's say if I don't want that, I can. So I'm going to add that to page. So this is the overview. I'm just giving you for instance. Okay. So for instance, now this is the overview of the app. And let's say I don't want this. I can add it here if I want to. Then we have this place. Maybe I say I don't want this one. Let's just say, for instance, this is connected to a lot of things here. This connected to this, so I'll delete it. Okay, so you can see I can delete. So I can also delete this one. I can add like images of fitness machine or something there. Let's say this one, so I don't want it. So it's a section. So I'm just going to delete it. But if I want to add a section of my own, like if I want to add a section of my own, I just have to come to any place here, like any place I want it. I feel like I want it to be here, I want it to be down, wherever. I'll just click on add a session. So when I click on add a session, there are different columns. Like all these columns we are seeing here, they are all one column. So we have one column, two columns, three column, one third, one third like this. So you see two columns. This is the way two column look like. A two column looks this way. Then for a one column, if we click on this place, add a section, a one column looks like this. So everything we are seeing here, they are all one columns. So that's how a one column looks like. Then you have so if we add a section, let's just look at how a section looks like. So let's use a one column. So a one column, we have the option of using a text. So this particular place here, they are all text. We have the option of using a button. So this is a button. This is what was used here. Okay. We have the option of adding a button. You can change the write up in the button. You have the option of, after you add this, that's after you have added the session, you have the option of adding an image if you want to add an image. So after adding it, you go to your laptop, then you click on the image you want to see. Then you also have the option of adding a video if you want to add a video. The topic is okay. Canva new Power Pages is this broad. Yeah, it's quite broad. Like all Power Platform technology is broad. Power Pages, Power Apps, Power Automate, they're all very, very broad. Okay, so you get the opportunity to add a video. So you can either connect it to a YouTube video. Let's say, for instance, let's connect it to a YouTube video. Okay. Let's try. Let's say this way. So let's say we are using that. If we come back to Power Pages, just want to show you how that looks like. So I'm just going to pop the link here and click on OK. So you see this currently a video. Then you have, if you don't want to use a video, you can use a Microsoft Stream or you can use the video URL. So you have that. You also have, if you click on these three dots, you also have other options. You have a card gallery. You can use a card gallery. And this is how a card gallery looks like. You can change the design format, how you want it to look like, and you can also add data to it. Okay, so we also have the, if you click on three dots, you also have the form, which is the form we looked at before. We have the multi-step form. So if you already have a form that exists already, you just have to add it here, the multi-step form. So if you have a form, multi-step form, you select the form, then you select on done. Okay, then we also have like if you want to use Power BI, we have Power BI. But for you, yours is going to be different because it's going to ask you to, okay, this is the same thing that I showed you. It's going to ask you to enable it in your Power Platform Admin Center before you can use it. So if I go to Power Platform Admin Center, a data scientist can use Power Pages, now. If you want to build a website, if there's a particular requirement you need, anybody can use Power Pages. Your career does not matter. So for this one now, I just have to scroll down, click on yes, enable. So this is just Power Platform Admin Center for the Power Pages website. Enable it. Just want to show you how that part looks like. Okay, so I think I'm seeing a question. Just to confirm, the sandbox environment in this device to edit and view codes while using the Power Pages views for the development of interface. After building your Power Pages, how do you ask some people to use it? In a traditional sense, how do you use a normal website? Sure, you will search online, the website will pop up. That's the way it works. Like for instance, now if I come online and search for Microsoft Learn, it will come up. I'll click on the website. Or you share the link with them. Okay? Or you share the link with them. So those are ways that you can use it. Those are ways people can use it. So okay, so we have this enabled now. If I click on, let's refresh this. Okay. Oh, okay. They said there's a sandbox written at the top of the. There is the when you say sandbox, you mean the environment. Is that what you mean? Let me just confirm. When you say sandbox, do you mean the environment? Just let me know. You said there's a sandbox written at the top of the district page you opened. Let me know what you mean by your sandbox. Okay, so like I was showing, if you want to use Power BI here, so because I've enabled it, if I click on Power BI now, click on edit, it's possible, but now I need to click on the access type I want to give. Is it embedded for your customers? Is it embedded for your organizers? Am I publishing it to web? I have to select, I don't have a workspace like Power BI online. I don't have a workspace for Power BI. So I have to create that. I don't have a dashboard. So if I have a dashboard, after clicking on my workspace, I'll click on the type of that or the type of and this thing I'm using, then I'll select the dashboard and select the tile. Now I'll now click on done. So that's how it works if you want to add Power BI. Okay, so I think I am done. As we add the sections, you add your view. Okay, I think the view, that's the last thing I wanted to say. So the view is a list. It's called a list. So this is how a view looks like. So if you, when you add a list, you search for the table you want to work with. So let's say we want to work with a contact table. So if you click on the contact table, we'll click on the view we want to use. So if we use all contact, for instance, so these are all views. Okay, then I'm going to scroll down, name your lists. I can just come here and rename it. Okay, then I'll click on OK. So this would now show my view. So this is a view. This is how it looks like. View is that it's not editable. Okay, this will now show the view, and the view has lots circuits. So I'll show you how it looks like. The view is showing a data insights with using Copilot. I can switch that off if I want to. So let's play this in the, let me show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is the AI insights. I don't have enough data to show any AI insights. And it's also showing me that I don't have permissions. So if we come to this particular point, I'm not sure you're going to be needing this. You're not going to be needing this in your solution, but just for you to know about it. So I'm going to click on this list again, click on edit list. I'm going to switch up that AI insights. Okay. Then actions, I'm going to click on actions. If I want to create new record from it, I can add it if I want to. If I want to be able to edit record, I can add it. Then I'll have to select the form I want to be editing. Okay. So the permission that is asking for more options. These are the pages I have access to. So click on done. So now the permission, I'm going to click on the permission. So the permission I'm going to use anonymous, like anybody can access it. And also going to add authenticated because I'm signed in and it's not working for me. So I'm going to now click on. Okay, so now I'm not going to click on save. Okay, so after clicking on save, I'm now going to psych it. So I'm checking it, and I just mean that I'm saving it, okay? Lola, we have off time. Now I have access to, before it was showing me that I had no permission, but me setting those roles, you can see I can now see the data, okay? And either I'm signed in, I'm not signed in, I can see the data. But if I wanted that only when a user is signed in that they can see the data, I can just go back to this particular, I can just go back to this particular list, click on it, click on edit list, then click on permission, sorry, click on this to manage the table permission. Okay, then I'll change this particular place. I have to edit it. Okay, so if it's not working from this point, I'll have to go to, okay, it's working. So now I'll just remove this anonymous, remove it, click on save, then click on psych. So Power Pages is very, very interesting. You'd enjoy it. If you want to be fully focused on Power Pages, it's very, very interesting. So I'm going to come to this point. I'm going to refresh the page so that I'll show you how it looks like. Yes, you would enjoy it. It's really, really interesting. When I have conversations about it, I'm very, very happy. So if I log out as an anonymous user, you can see that it's showing me that I don't have permission to view the record. But if I sign into this page, so when you say enjoy, if you really, really want to enjoy Power Pages, know how to use modern-driven app. Know modern-driven app. If you know modern-driven app, you enjoy Power Pages. So yeah, so that you can see now that I'm signed in, I can have access to that data. So Power Pages, try to also learn modern-driven app. If you know modern-driven app, navigating around Power Pages will be very easy. Okay, so do we have